Welcome YouTubers to another video. Today we get my second JND statue. This is none other than Harley Quinn. Now I never thought I'd own this piece. Originally when that was shown, I was kind of one of those people saying, I don't know, likeness and that smile. But when I got Catwoman and I saw how good it was in person, and I love Harley Quinn, and fellow YouTuber friend of mine said it was one of the best statues he's ever seen, I decided to pull the trigger. So here we are. So order this from Sugo Toys. Had all that above. Here is an instruction manual. So she does have a lot more, to set up than freaking Catwoman. Let's get her out though and see what we think. Alrighty, I'm gonna do this holding the phone. Alrighty, hold on one second, folks. Alrighty, and here we go. Oh, it straps. Alrighty. So I'm assuming this is the COA, similar to the Catwoman. Straps are always easy, though. Now, as it does say JND Studios, they're about to reveal their Henry Cavill Superman, so it'll be very interesting to see that. Alrighty, now let's do this. Okay, there she is. The moment of truth. Let's look at that portrait. Ooh la la. Alrighty. Silicone. Okay. Looking good, Harley. Looking good. The base is going to be underneath, so I'm going to double hand this. Hold on. Alrighty, so this is how we're greeted with the base. I got number 672 of $12.99. Quite a high edition size for such an expensive item, to be honest. $1,300, and this thing retailed, I think, at $21.99 or $2,000, something like that. Very expensive for sure. And I don't see like a brush or gloves either, like Queen Studios does with theirs. So I'm going to try not to touch the silicone at all, though. Alrighty, so here is the base. Has a broken glass look. There's a magnet here and then a peg, so it's similar to the Catwoman. So Suicide Squad, black glossy, like underbase, cement type with this broken glass. So yeah, it looks good. Same size as the Catwoman. So now we're gonna get her. I actually got my old Queen Studios gloves, just being such an expensive item and whatnot, I don't want to touch it with my raw, greasy hands, even though I did just clean them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her on the base. Hold on. Alrighty, so here is Harley right out of the box. Her hair is like kind of up, as you see, and there's a little bit of static. I might need to get a little bit of water to get that to look better. Her bangs look good. I think I just want to fix that right hair a little bit. Maybe have this dangled down a little bit, and then this does have a cover, and then this is all silicone. I know that's a silicone hand, not a silicone belly. Jacket. There's her boobies. But check out that silicone portrait. Looks really good for sure in person. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of these like accessories. So you do get like an actual, I believe this is like a real wooden bat, just like my life size. Good night. Although, as you can see, it's kind of curved. It's not really straight. I'm going to contact Sugo. I think I should get a replacement. Look at that. That's curved. How did they make a curved baseball? Being like wood, I can't really fix this. No, it's not like resin. Now, she does come with a little purse. So you can have her holding this. This is the one she broke in and stole from that like store. So check that out. Looks pretty good. There is some broken glass as well as these like felt pads that you're supposed to put on this bat. Now, the broken glass you're supposed to scatter across the base. I'm probably not going to use that just because when I dust blow, it'll spray everywhere. There already is enough broken glass in the base, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to keep that actually in the box. And then she does have her pistol, which if we could get this out. What was this? Something came off, this little black thing. I'm not sure what that's for. Yeah, and then this does rotate. I'll need to look at some other YouTube videos to determine if this got broken. And then let's see. I'm just gonna get all this out. Hold on. Alrighty. So you get these two like, I mean, this would be ammo for the gun. You get this tiny little, I believe that's her earring, 2 wrist gauntlets, the put-in thing for her neck, 2 anti-grip for the bat, which I don't know if I'll use because I need a replacement bat, and then of course this. So that is all the accessories that you're supposed to go ahead and put on this JND Harley Quinn. Yeah, so you put, they want you to do the necklace, the wrist gauntlets, tuck the gun into her thing along with the ammo, the bat, put 1 earring on right there. Surprised she didn't just come pre-installed with that earring. And then it's more or less kind of it. You can freely display the ammo on the base as well. Now I believe she can also just hold the gun in this hand or that hand, so you can really kind of display her how you want. But let's start putting those accessories on. Alrighty, so we got the put-in necklace on, although I have it off-angled. Here's the 2 wrist gauntlets and her purse. The ammo goes in here, although it's very difficult to get them both in all honesty. So I may just keep 1 on the base. Maybe use a little putty so it doesn't go anywhere and just keep 1 in there. Because it's really hard to get them both in. Even putting the pudding thing on, I kind of wish they would have did that, not me. You know, and then her gun, you know, is supposed to go inside here. You can also just place it, you know, on the base if you wanted to. You know, I think if you wanted to do like the gun with the ammo, you know, like that can look really cool. Sort of like that as an accessory. You know, and then of course holding the bat. Let me just put her earring in. I haven't done that yet. Okay, so we got Harley pretty much done. Now there is some unique things about this that, like the level of micro detail is kind of insane. So with this gun, you can legit pull this love-hate thing, which does rotate, and you know, even move this. But you can pull this out, and then there's literally inside here, check this out. There is ammo there, like legit bullets, and you could take those out and spread them on the base as well. So that is really, you know, like attention to detail, no doubt. You know, so I think I might just do it like this. I think that's a cool accessory, because if you put the gun in her purse, you're not going to see it right there, and there's no need. Just keep 1 ammo there, 1 here with the gun, because just having the ammo on the base kind of doesn't make as much sense, but with the gun it does. Then having her hold the purse, you know, from that scene, then of course the bat. Now I didn't put any grip on her, and she seems to have held it just fine. I know they include that grip, but I just don't want to use it just yet. You know, like I said, I am going to seek a replacement bat just because mine is kind of, you know, off. But when on display, it's not that hard to, you know, you can't really see it. So let's go ahead and move this in the Marvel DC room and compare it next to P1's Harley. Alrighty, so here is a side-by-side. There's nothing underneath the JND. Granted, I am going to be using a little rotator so I can rotate her, check out her butt, of course. I ordered it on Amazon, waiting for it. But I want to show you just raw side-by-side of the two. This one is 28 inches tall, and you can see it is definitely higher up on the base by a good inch, but it also is just bigger, like the body's bigger. JND's 1/3 tend to be a little bit on the smaller side. Prime ones are on the larger side. Hard to say which one's truly accurate, but I like the size of Prime ones better. But of course the detail, as you can see, is better on JND's. You know, everything on the costume is just a little bit more vibrant and obviously more realistic. You know, you got hair, silicone, glass eyes, mixed media. The tattoos look, you know, more refined. Everything looks, significantly more detailed and more realistic. So one thing I found, I actually did try that whole bat grip thing, but it actually made it so it was like falling off. I found it was better if you don't use it actually, because she could get a better grip on the bat. When you use that, it doesn't stick good and it doesn't help at all actually. But, mine seems to be fine. Although if I was to dust this, which I'm not going to use I'm going to use a brush on this. I'm not going to use a dust blower. The moment you do that, of course, the goodnight would fall off. That thing might fall off. Those would blow off the base. Yeah, so this is something I'm just going to dust with a brush. And it's pretty much what I do as well with the Catwoman, but she doesn't have nearly as many, I would say, like, parts to her. The only thing, I can dust her more or less. I just got to remove that because that's like a little PVC Batman helmet. But I did want to do some, comparisons. Check out this bat, the Goodnight, where she holds it. Then check out the Prime 1. Now, this is an older Prime 1 as well. Even the writing is not as good. That looks just like my life-size bat. It looks like a miniature version. Same amount of detail in that life-size as that, where this one, not quite as much. You got the Daddy's Little Monster. You got, torn up right here. Pretty decent sized breast, actually. They look bigger than the Prime ones. Prime ones, they don't stick out nearly as much. Now you can see this is all sculpted. You got Lucky You, that tattoo, the torn stuff. And then of course she is torn. Her torn stuff is kind of harder to see because of her angle. And then there is the tattoo, Lucky You. And then her belt is movable, so you can adjust this. And then she has this really shiny looking, underpants or whatever. And then this is mixed media, and it's kind of in some areas loose. Prime 1 is also real. Prime 1 is thicker, hers is smaller, but hers is more loose. Prime 1 isn't loose at all. You can see, all these creases right here. I feel like they should have made this tighter. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. I think I can pull that up or down to fix that. Check out the tattoos on the legs. They're very visible. The Prime 1, for example, you look at the four-square, kind of looks like a blob. You can't read the writing. The tattoos aren't nearly as good on this, as, let's say, Balder even. This is an older Harley. But this one, I Love You Pudding, Harley and Pudding, I Wait Forever Pudding. You can visually, see it all really well. Check out the boots. Look fantastic. I think Prime 1s look really good as well. I mean, this is movable, so I think it might be, real. I think Prime 1's boots to that boots are very comparable. There's not a massive difference. The laces are definitely more detailed. Let's check out, I mean, this has some, texture work to look better than this. And then I believe this is, it's not all real laces. I think just maybe the bottom part is. But the boots are comparable. The jacket, of course, this is a real jacket. This is a working zipper, with the J. You know, this one, as you can see, the J is not nearly as good. Obviously not a real zipper. And even towards the top, it doesn't even look like a zipper. It's just like gold. This one, I believe you can actually zip this, you know, like if you were to take it off and zip it. You know, if you check out Virtual Devil's review, he actually removes this coat and completely, you know, showcases everything. Now, she does have some like skin texture as well. No, this one, no skin texture. Of course, you compare the portraits. You know, this is one of Prime 1's better portraits, the one I favor more. You know, of course, this is polystone head, polystone everything. You know, and then this one, I mean, this is kind of one of the main reasons you're buying a JND, is you want to get one of the most accurate lifelike portraits possible on a, you know, 1/3 scale statue. You know, because nobody's doing silicone 1/3 besides JND right now. You know, I'm sure eventually, I mean, Queen is probably like one of the closest, I would say, in terms of detail, and then Prime 1 and Blitzway collabs are close as well. But check out this portrait. So she has glass eyes. She has acrylic teeth, like they actually inserted mini acrylic teeth, real earrings inserted in the, you know, actual silicone. You know, she has her blue and pink, almost like mascara on the face and then in the hair. You know, of course, it's real hair, hand punched, you know, like good color. The skin tone is definitely much different as well versus the Prime 1. The Prime 1's more like white, where this one's like a lighter skin tone with a white, you know, like heavy foundation, more or less. You know, the hand also is silicone. At least this one is. Is this one? Yeah, if you check that out. She even has like nail polish saying L-I-V-E. And can't really read that thumb. This one also actually has that as well. If you can check that. But Prime 1 also has it. You know, check out stuff like even like the little finger like rings. Like she's actually like wearing one, which is kind of crazy. So in terms of likeness, I mean, it's a better likeness than the Prime 1. It's definitely an extremely, you know, well done statue. You know, definitely a lot more detailed than the Prime 1. Pose-wise, I like both poses. There's not like a huge, you know, I wouldn't say either has a better pose. Like both poses are classic. You know, the bat behind the neck, love it. That one is like literally almost the same as that poster. And yeah, you can also have her holding the gun, which I'll try out as well. But I need to go charge my phone real quick, and I'm going to mess with that gun. Alrighty. So I couldn't really get the gun to fit there. I'm not really sure how it would work. I mean, it works better right here, honestly. And of course, I did want to show you underneath the shirt. They actually did do like a red bra. So if you wanted to show her off like that, there you go. And you can see like the detail of, you know, like even like her stomach, the everything. There's like a tiny little almost scuff mark or QC issue there. But they did give her a pretty good size breast size, honestly. Definitely, you know, pretty darn good. You know, I definitely like that. I did want to show you the bat in size comparison to the Prime 1. You know, as you can see, it's definitely quite a bit smaller. And of course, mine is also a little bit whatever. Let's check out the two asses. Alrighty, so here are the two butts. This one is a little bit wider and flatter. No, like she doesn't have as big hips. And I mean, her butt's a little bit more, you know, like a gym girl butt. She does more squats than that Harley. I think this butt's probably more accurate to the movie, but this one looks better. And again, I think her boobs are more accurate. You know, Margot's not very big boobs. So I think JND over-sexualized her. Some people may view that as bad. Personally, I'd prefer it. I prefer Harley with bigger tits and ass. It makes her sexier. So they're definitely trying to sexualize it to use that as a sex appeal. Also, you can see the back of the jacket, property of Joker, put in Flurry or something. And then here's the Prime 1, also looks really good. Yeah, I probably actually like the Prime 1 a little bit better actually than this one in terms of that property of Joker. I don't know, they both look good. This is real mixed media where this is sculpted. They both look really good though. But other things, like this on the coat versus that. This one has like this little miniature gold. This one's super fine. All the details just much more fine on this one. When you get really up close, it's definitely, very detailed. You look at the hair where they actually like dyed the pink and blue. The Prime one, there's some blue and pink, but it's kind of, very subtle. It's more prominent on this one. And things are adjustable on this. Nothing's adjustable on that outside of moving the hair up and down. But yeah, there is that. Now here is a side-by-side of how she just looks next to the Joker. So, yeah, and this hair kind of bugs me. I may need to get some... I don't like how this is separated. I want it to be all one glob. Like that. Alrighty. Yeah, so I think they pair up good. They pair good, no doubt. If that's how you just wanted to pair it. Similar to how, like, I had this JND Catwoman with Batman. I do think that JND does pair good with the Joker. They don't look super out of scale. I mean, Margot Robbie's a small female. Joker's a large male. Where that one's... I mean, she is smaller than that Joker, but, Nevertheless, it definitely looks good. And this is how she looks holding the gun. If you wanted her to hold it. You can't necessarily get that back finger on the trigger per se, but she can hold the gun. Getting the gun inside this like gun holster is quite difficult. I'm not even going to attempt it. I prefer just to do the gun here so I can check it out. Because like I said, I think that looks really good. Now I know Samuel from Virtual Devil actually removed this jacket. But in order to remove the jacket, you got to remove the arms, and it's kind of a big hassle. I actually thought, like, man, maybe I should remove the jacket so she can have, like, that look, which I do really like. However, the JND is missing these tattoos, making it, she doesn't have the tattoos underneath that coat, when I watched Virtual Devil's video. In addition, she's missing, I believe, that purple bracelet right here. So... yeah, for those reasons alone, I'm just going to keep the jacket. Plus, I mean, obviously it's very detailed and cool. But the idea is to display this with Infinity Studios' Harley Quinn bust. That's kind of like the ultimate silicone pair, 1/3 in bust. And I'd love to do it with Catwoman. It just, Catwoman, Mara, and Wonder Woman. Ideally, all four females, J&Ds in Infinity Studios, or in Wonder Woman's case, Queen. But it's just so expensive to do that, of course. So, I'm only going to buy Infinity Mara if I have the cash at the time. I'm not pre-ordering it. I do have J&D Mara on PO, which I can just display with Aquaman. That's not a problem. Because as you can see, I think J&D pairs good with that Aquaman, considering his pose. Jason Momoa's a huge dude, so I think it pairs actually quite well. Alrighty, so outside of putting her on a Lazy Susan to, raise her a 1/2 inch, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put her. I think it works really good there. It looks great with the poster above. I'm going to eventually remove that Bane. But then we'll, of course, get Infinity Studios' Harley Quinn bust here. We have plenty of space to display her in all her glory. It's going to be probably one of my best bust in 1/3 displays out there. Ooh, that's going to be hard to beat. Possibly the best. Like right now it's the Joker, but I think Harley will top it. But yeah, overall, it looks really, really good. I mean, if everything goes as planned, we'll lower Aquaman and do Mara, J&D, and Mara bust. I think that would make this wall just look freaking flawless. Of course, here is the COA. It is just like the Catwoman one, although Catwoman was limited to 800. It's hard to see these. You know, they're quite big as well. This is artist So Young Lee. You know, if you're unfamiliar, JND's out of South Korea. Check it out, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely, you know, very happy with it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. You know, is it better than Catwoman? I would say Catwoman probably a slightly better likeness, but Harley is better. You know, just due to the nature of what she is. You know, like her base with all the broken glass, her accessories, her costume, I think just makes her better. You know, she has really a lot going for her. You know, so she's definitely absolutely gorgeous. It'll be hard for another JND to top this, like female wise. You know, I love the Mara. I think it's absolutely amazing, but the costume's really all like one look, similar to like Catwoman, almost all one look. And I think Wonder Woman's the only one that could top it, which I do have on PO. I don't know if I'm going to get it just because it's so freaking expensive. But then again, it's 2 years out, so I have time to save. But Harley Quinn will definitely be one to beat. You know, I know JND's also doing a Khaleesi. It'll be very interesting to see that. It's going to have to blow me away, you know, for me to get it. And of course, I'd want to display it next to Khaleesi bus. And I wouldn't sell Prime 1, I'd just have all of them. Just because I'm such a big fan of Khaleesi. But if they nail likeness and it's decently priced, good costume, I'll consider it. Anyways, folks, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. If you're looking to buy statues, use the links below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.